Hello. Oh man, once again, man, Kathy Griffin was doing a show out here at the Chicago Theater, and it was like depression. Everybody's getting ready for New Year's, and they're excited. The people that wanted to see this show, they were all cheers, and they were all at the edge of their seats, just waiting for a moment to have with Kathy Griffin. So out of the blue, started to see something materialize that don't normally materialize. Comedian is what she's listed as. Came out and, by the way, this is not my idea. My entertainment for the night wasn't my selection. So Kathy Griffin decided to go out and do her set, and her first half hour was the most depressionist thing I've ever heard in my life. She was like, since I've held that picture up of Trump, my life, or that picture, everything has turned and went to crumbles and death threats. And I couldn't work anymore. I attempted suicide. And it was like, it was like a testimonial. And she's like, I'm sitting up here and I'm being real with you. I know I'm supposed to be funny, but right now I feel like sharing with you what my life has been like. And she thanked Sharon Stone and a couple of other people, women that looked out for her financially and everything else to help her pay her bills uh, when she couldn't find any work because of what she did, was what she said about Trump. The guy who owned MGM said she would never work again. And this was sponsored by MGM. And the only reason she was able to get the gig is because he died. So she spun that into a joke. And yeah, it was pretty bad. Well, when something is pretty bad on those terms and that level, then you'll start to understand it better when people are spiraling. So, she kind of picked it up, but she was like going on stage. This is her second show back. She's like, this is my second show back, but she's like, being on stage talking to you guys are really keeping me from, you know, trying to kill myself again. So it was crazy. Not the show you thought you were going to get if you're a Kathy Griffin fan. Get ready for a testimony, because she basically had a meltdown on stage. And then one guy got up and was about to whoop his girl. Had to be a black guy too. He about to whoop his girl in the middle of the show. She stopped the show and told security, "Can y'all please get him out of here? Get them out of here." So both of them were kicked out. The crowd started clapping as he's still threatening to knock her out in the middle of the show. And she's, I will not accept violence at my show. So, Kathy Griffin. Now, she looked dehydrated. She looked pretty much drained. Like she's really going through things. She seems stressed. She doesn't seem like herself. And I don't know how long she's gonna do comedy, but she liked going on stage. She says therapeutic for her. So who knows? I feel bad for her. Well, you should. comedians are venting with a smile. Well, that might be the case, but as far as her mental health, I don't know what to tell you except for things weren't looking good. They completely weren't looking good. A lot of comedians have dark passes and dark lives. That's why they're so good at comedy because it's an escapism. But this was something different. The whole world was hating her. So you can imagine what kind of, like some of the most craziest people in the world would come after you for saying something about Trump or anything of that nature. So, no, I just saw her on there looking like she was just ready to give it all up. So halfway through the show, she was able to turn it around and get back to being herself. But the fact that she tried to end her own life before because of all of this stuff that went on, she had people that looked out for her. All her money was gone. They drained her of everything. So she lost almost everything. And her friends kept her afloat. She said if it wasn't for them, she would be gone. Well, I'm not saying anything like that. Like, I'm not a Kathy Lee fan. This is not my show. I'm there as the guest, making something not about myself. Because if you think this is me, do you think I would be at a Kathy Griffin show? But it became a story when she told the first 30 minutes of the show, she's basically about to break down and doing a testimonial instead of a comedy show. I'm interested to see anybody's, comments on this show. I can't wait to see people's comments on this show to see what they thought about it. I don't know where I would be when that's going down, so I have to see. But all signs look good. So we'll have to see though. I might be at the UC. And on that note, right, right. I just wanted to put that out there. I'm gonna get back to work on my Patreon. So go to the Carcino for Life Patreon. It's already been updated times 1,000. In one day, we got like 5, 6 brand new things up. So get active. I'm out.